Hey you guys, so it's currently 11:26 at night and I'm editing this video that I filmed this morning, and I realized I never made an intro to what I was going to be doing. I just immediately started talking and going on like a rant, which I do all the time, but I'm doing my intro now. So what I'm going to be doing today is my everyday makeup look. I really didn't even realize that I just started jumping into it, but I think it's because I had already filmed this yesterday, so then having to refilm it, I just went in with that mindset. But anyways, I hope you enjoy it, and let's get back to the video. Okay, so let's try this again. Go do my hair really quick and then I will come back. Okay, so I'm back. I just did my hair and now I'm going to be doing my makeup and refilming this video. But it's fine because I feel like this is one of the easiest things I could possibly do. So I do it almost every day. So basically, I'm just going to be showing you the products that I use and just how I do my everyday makeup. And yeah, let's get started. Usually... Hello?
Are you home?
Yeah?
Can you unlock the door, please?
Yep.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. Bye. I thought I was gonna be alone when I filmed this video, but now I have my sister. So BRB, you guys, BRB. My mirror is on this side. So if you ever see me looking in this direction, obviously that's where the mirror is, so I can see what I'm doing, and then just kind of bear with me. We're gonna go ahead and get started. So I don't wear foundation on a day-to-day basis. That's usually just when I have like weddings or bigger events. Do you know something that's just gonna require me to have a little bit more of a fancy makeup? But for a day-to-day, all I wear is concealer, and that's my foundation. I just tend to cover my face in concealer. Now, I'm gonna go ahead and say this now. I am not a professional. This is just how I do my makeup on a daily basis, and I love how I look. I feel pretty, I feel confident, and it's comfortable. So if you wanna, try it out, try some products, then just keep on watching. So the first things first, my concealer that I am currently using is the Maybelline Instant Age Remind Eraser. I use the color medium, and it's also shade 130 depending on how you look for it. But I really just go ahead, and let me tell you what I do first. I usually prime my face in the morning with this Aveeno primer. I will be explaining more about that product on my favorites, which I'll be filming after, but with the concealer. So I usually just make little triangles underneath my face. So that's usually what I do for my concealer. But because cheeks is where I have the most discoloration, is where I tend to do the triangles for concealer. But then I do like to go ahead and take it up and just do like 3 little lines like so. And it's kind of hard to see because the concealer really is almost identical to my skin tone. And then I take a line down my nose, then do the same thing down here for the chin. Usually on the cheeks, I have bigger cheeks, so if I feel like I'm gonna need more concealer, I'll tend to draw just the lines like so. And it's really just almost my entire face. I've gotten used to it, so I don't feel like it's a lot, but if you're looking at it, you're probably like, dang, that's a lot. But again, I don't use foundation. All I use is concealer. So then I go ahead and take my beauty sponge, just kind of blend it into your face, Oh my god. Funny story. So not too long ago, maybe about almost a month ago now, or like 3 weeks, I'm not too sure. I was asleep and this frame right here fell onto my face and it opened it. So I have here, I'll zoom in. I have this scar. You can't really see it that much now because I just put concealer over it. There it is. So I have another scar on this side. I've had that scar since I was a little girl. The one over here. This one is a newer one that just happened, so it's really thick. Now I have 2 scars on each side, which is what I find crazy, but I need to get Mederma to put over it to hide it because I really don't mind it. I honestly love having scars. I know that's crazy, but I love this skirt on this side. And then this one's obviously a new one, but I just feel like, I don't know, I just kind of think I do want to get rid of it. I think we're good. And then obviously just like drag it down. So then usually when I'm done with that, the next thing that I do, should I just keep you this zoomed in? Let's just do it for now. The next thing that I will be using is, where are you? Here it is this loose powder. It's by Maybelline. A lot of my makeup is Maybelline. So if I say Maybelline, I just love all of their makeup cosmetic products. So, and then it looks like this. It's blue. I'm sure you've seen it. It's the loose powder, and this is also in the color medium, so you can see for reference. Focus. There we go. Usually for this, I'll just take what's on the lid, and I'll take just like a brush like so, and I'll just go ahead and grab the excess from the lid, and I'll just place it underneath my eye, but I'll just like push it into my skin. What is this? Go away. Okay, there we go. So then I'll just push it into my skin. And then I will do the same thing basically everywhere, because I am an oily monkey and I try to keep these oils concealed for as long as possible. I would already be done by now, but because I'm talking and showing you products, I feel like it's going to take me just a smidge longer. So that is what I'll do for my face. And where is my chapstick? I feel like I haven't put, don't know where it is. I have this. So for now, I just put on any chapstick really, but right now because I can't find any, I'm just going to be putting on the Vaseline, and this is in the flavor Rosy Lips. So okay, so the next thing I'm going to be doing is my eyebrows. I have really sparse eyebrows, as you can see. I used to have really thick eyebrows, and then I got them threaded growing up, and stop it. And they really thinned out. So they're dark, they're just sparse. So basically, I kind of just fill them all in. I use the Maybelline Tattoo Studio in the shade Ash Brown, and it looks like this from the front. There we go, it looks like that. And then the back looks like that. But I just take an eyebrow pencil and very lightly I'll go in there with a really light hand. So usually I just start at the very front, and I just kind of don't worry so much about perfecting it right now. I'll follow my line, obviously. I don't know if you can see this area. I don't know if I'm losing hair there or what's going on, but this past week, it's always bald. Like, I'm like, where did the hair grow that was there? And then I'll go in at the front and I'll just like draw fake brow to make it a little bigger. So for me, because I do have very sparse eyebrows and they're very messy, I tend to brush them upward. And I know a lot of people don't like that little fly, like having like messy eyebrows, but I was one of those people that when I would see girls with like their eyebrows pushed up, it would just bother me. But then I realized one day that my eyebrows naturally go in that direction anyways, and it's easier, so I just kind of go with it now. And I actually grew to love it. What the hee-haw just happened there? I said a light hand, and the first thing you do is seriously, why does it do that? Is that like my new eyebrow now? From here, I don't really worry too much about perfecting them, because what I do is I take an angled brush like this, and this is just a Real Techniques one, and I really go over it and like clean up the eyebrow, just because I don't get my eyebrows done. I tend to pluck them myself, which is why I think they're just messy. I'll probably get my eyebrows done like once a year if I'm being honest, and then I'll just keep up with them for the remainder, which I need to do now, but too lazy to, so we're just gonna roll with it. Then from here is when I'll go back in and I'll like brush them to where the direction of the hair goes. I don't worry too much about them being exactly where they need to be, because then when I go in with this little guy, this is the Great Lash Maybelline clear transparent mascara, but I use it as eyebrow gel. And from here I'll just go in and I'll take it and I'll just brush my eyebrow hair upward, and then this is how I like get my eyebrows to stay in the direction. And it's clear, so you won't even see when it dries. And what it looks like at the beginning, it'll just look wet. Like you can see it's wet, but once it dries, you can't even tell. That is what I do for my eyebrows, really. I know a lot of people don't really like how they look, but I kind of like it. I think it's like natural looking. And then the next thing. Usually if I'm gonna wear eyeshadow, this is when I would do it. But because I'm not going to be wearing eyeshadow today, I'm going to do a little trick, which I'm sure you've seen. I take a little mascara brush, and then I take my bronzer and I'll just put it in there. And then obviously, something else I do is the same brush that I use to put the loose powder, translucent, whatever powder you're going to use. I just put it over my eyelids because, again, I said I'm an oily monkey. So we conceal all of those oils away. The next thing I'll do is I'll take the brush, dip it into my bronzer, and then from there I'll just put it in my eyelid. So it kind of looks like I put eyeshadow on, but I really didn't put any eyeshadow on. And it's just like a quick, easy, multi-use little trick I like to do. So then that's really it, and it like works wonders. And it makes you look cuter. My next thing would actually be, this is the bronzer part. So I actually use two different types of things. I use the NYX or NYX, however you want to call it. I think I used to call it NYX, and then someone told me it was NYX. Who knows? But basically all I use is the contour, and I take an angled brush, and then with it I'll just go in there very light-handed, and I'll just follow my cheekbone, and I just like put it on the sides of my cheeks like that. And then usually I'll go in at the top of my forehead if I'm like going somewhere fancier, or for Halloween, for example, we had a costume party and I was a gypsy. I did like a more dramatic contour, but again, this is usually like something I'm trying to be quick about, so I just move very quickly. So then taking this Real Techniques brush, I just go in and I'll blend it out. Does anyone else ever have this thing where like you feel like you have a big forehead some days, and some days you feel like you have a small forehead? Like today, I feel like I have a small forehead. Okay, I had to move you back because it was starting to get on my nerves. But the bronzer that I use is the It Cosmetics Sunshine in a Compact, and this is the shade Warmth. I don't know if they still make this, and I'm going to be so sad if I find out that they didn't, because every time I go to Ulta, I can no longer see it unless they change their packaging. But it usually looks like this. Mine's already beat up because I've had it for over like a year or so. I can't even remember how long I've had this, but it's beat up. I've already hit for the chicken fry pan, and like, did I say fry pan? I don't know. Okay, anyways, so I just use this. I absolutely adore and love this bronzer. So taking this Real Techniques brush, it's just like a fluffy brush, I go in and just kind of do the same thing that I did with the bronzer, except now I'll do it with the powdered bronzer. So, and also depending on the type of person that you are with your bronzer, I usually just bronze up my whole face on a day-to-day basis just because I prefer it. I just like to be bronzed up everywhere. I do know a lot of people don't like that, but I personally like how it looks. So I'm going to be doing that today. I'm going to be bronzing up my whole face. Got it. Can't forget about your neck. And with the bronzer, I just go to town. Like, I'm not even gonna lie. I go to town with the bronzer. I'm not selfish or stingy. I'm gonna wear my hair up. I'll put it on my ears a little. I usually just do like that, and that's really it. And then with the nose, very light-handedly, I just kind of, and that's it. just because I don't want to have a brown nose, but I also want my nose to match the rest of my face. And that is all for the face. So now my mascara, which is probably my favorite part. That's a lie. Lips is usually my favorite part, but I do love and I do enjoy doing my eyelashes. So I use 3 mascaras. I know that's a little intense. I do use these 3. So 2 L'Oreal's and 1 Maybelline. I start off with this one. This one's a primer. So I'll probably zoom you back in for this. So come in. All right. All right. All right. All right. Okay. And once your eyelashes are completely wet, I go in with the Maybelline Falsies Push Up Drama, and this is Blackest Black, because the blacker the lashes, the better. And I go in order of wherever I put the primer. So obviously I put the primer on my right eye. I'm going to start with my right eye. Once I've done the top, I will move on to the bottom. After I do that, I go in with the black L'Oreal mascara, and I'll just do it on the top eyelashes in the same order of how I started. Just like perfecting them is the last step. But that is alright. So this is the final makeup look. I came to stand in front of my window so you could see it a little better in like natural lighting. Yeah, this is what I do every single, well, not every day, that'd be a lie, but the majority of the time if you see me, this is the makeup look that I did. These are the makeup products that I use. I've been using some of them for years and I absolutely love them, but I hope you enjoyed seeing how I did it, because it's super easy, super quick. And if you did, then go ahead and give it a thumbs up, and don't forget to like it. I'm so tired. Okay, well, if you enjoyed it, don't forget to like it, leave a comment down below, and subscribe and follow me on my socials so you can always see the behind the scenes of anything that I do, and just keep up with me on a day-to-day basis, because that's really where you'll find me most of the time. But until next time, peace out. Besos. Bye.